Hey, what's up? This is Antonio, Tonezilla the Media Monster, back at you with another Pawnshop haul. This one's going to be a short video, but I do have another video coming up with Facebook Marketplace hauls. I got some great deals, and then I do have one movie I got from a Salvation Army. So let's get right into it. This time, this place was a bust, especially on Blu-rays. But I did get some pretty amazing DVDs. I have to say that. Some things that I've been looking for a long time. So I'm going to get right into it. Here we go. 2-disc special edition of Rob Zombie's Halloween unrated director's cut. So this is going to be good. I remember going and seeing the original Halloween 3 with my older sister. All she did was scream the whole movie. The whole movie. I was maybe like 10 or 11, 12, I don't know. I was young. But she screamed her head off. This one, Skeleton Key, this is my kind of scary movie. It's like a thriller, but it's scary. It's a great twist at the end too. I mean, great twist. This movie and Stigmata, they had Stigmata, but man, someone ruined that disc, and I was so mad because I loved the movie Stigmata. Then we got Jason Lyric, great. I'll probably change this cover to get rid of that. But yeah, this is in mint condition, surprisingly. You think this would be beat up, but someone took care of it. They wrote their name on there, so they probably did take care of it. Here I got Mission Impossible Part 1. I got Part 2 and Ghost Protocol on Ghost Protocols on Blu-ray, and then 2 is on DVD. So I got 1 and 2 on DVD. If you look at my other video, you'll see that I got Mission Impossible 2. I watched Part 2. John Woo post-directed with his special kind of like action kind of things what he do. I don't know. The action sequences, a lot, especially the fighting, was kind of bad. The explosions and the other stuff was good, but I expected more out of that. I mean, but the spy stuff and intrigue, like when they were in Part 2, when they're spinning the car and they're side by side, it is kind of weird. They did like too much slow motion kind of weirdness. Murder of Crows, I don't remember the actual storyline to this, but I remember it being really, really good. So I'll probably watch this again because as a refresher. And when I do, I'll do a review on this. A couple of these movies I'll do a review on once I watch them. Get Hard, Kevin Hart. What is this guy name? Will Ferrell? Yeah, that's his name. This popped in my mind. I don't know. I don't remember his name, but this should be good. And it got a gag reel on the back. I mean, it has special features, as it says on the back. Never saw it. We'll definitely try it out. I mean, it gotta be worth one watch, if not two. Green Lantern. Now, a lot of people didn't like this, but I like this one. I would like for them to do a version of Green Lantern who's the black man, and to put his story out. I know there was a cartoon with him in it. Black Green Lantern. I saw that. I need to get that animation again, and have the black guy as Green Lantern. Howard the Duck. Everyone knows about this. This is a great movie. I was going to watch this with my kid, and I was like, no, this ain't for kids. Well, my kids are 10 and 11. That's definitely not for them. Maybe when they're 16, I mean, but some like, whoa. I mean, he was like, had some scenes in there. Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, great show. Uh, Us. Some people say this ain't a great movie. I have not yet to see it. And what I did do, while I have this, I was watching a lot of commentaries, social commentaries. When this came out on into the movie theaters, like Get Out, it was people were praising it, and the social things connected to it, being privileged black folk and just regular black folk, poor. So it was like two dynamics. This is an older movie, so if I spoil it for you, I did. But I mean, it's much more to the movie than that. It's not just about being a scary movie. Fantastic Four. Me and my kids have watched Fantastic Four on Disney. That's the one with Michael J. White. Not Michael J. White. Michael B. Jordan, the guy from Creed. Totally different setup of how they got their powers. This one is totally different. So I try to get this, and I try to get the one with Silver Surfer. I've been trying to get these so hard. Every time I come across it, this disc and the one with part 2 with Silver Surfer, it's not even worth picking up because the quality of the disc is effed up. But this one was mint. But they also had part 2. Everywhere I go, they had part 1 and part 2. But they're never something that you would ever try to pick up and put in your collection. If you're a true collector, you want something with quality that that's gonna last. That's not been tore up. Remember the Titans? I have not saw a lot of these. I have not saw because, like I said, even when I had movies, I didn't go through them all. I was just collecting. I was collecting so many movies back in 2000, early 2000s and 2007. I was just picking up every VHS, every DVD, and I could not watch it all. I was working, doing a lot of doubles. But every weekend I would go to the Pawnshop, the one I go to now, and they had hundreds of VHS and DVDs at that time. Now it's dwindling down. If you watch my other video, I think right before this one, I show you this is the one I went to because it was close to my job. Back then, I worked at a nursing home for 13 years, and we would go there on the weekends. That was the best job I ever had. I was young. It was fun. But let's get back onto the movies. Just try to share a little bit of my life. I know a lot of people like to get to know the people that do these videos, not just this is a slipcover of Aunt Bam's place. I did not want this. My wife wanted this. But I had a lot more. I was going through all these DVDs. They had 100. They still have about 150, 200 DVDs, but a lot of stuff I know I want, and they had it in a small, cramped area. This is a different location than I usually go to. They had a cramped location, and they had DVDs on top, in front of DVDs. So like it'd be a stack of DVDs like this, and then boom, boom, boom. So you got to move the stack and just to see what's behind. So I wasted a lot of time just going through stuff. But I had more like 30 movies. I was gonna spend about 30. I had like 30 movies to 40 movies, but a lot of them got put back. Any given Sunday, this was a great movie. I like the way they filmed the football sequences, the plays, and the angles. Jamie Foxx was great in this. And yes, got my snap cover. Was there another snap cover? I got another snap cover. I forgot what they call this when it does this like this. I call it hologram, but there's people with lithium gram and all that stuff. I think that's what they were saying. Great slipcover. It's a DVD, of course, but it's transporter, and I actually saw this, and I was impressed. Way more impressed than if I can get this on, than Mission Impossible for sure. The Fifth Element. Now, I gotta get this sticker off here, but that's Bruce Willis there. This was a great movie to me. I love this movie. Let me sit back so you can see me. Uh, this amazing. It's a space movie. Well, future movie. I think they go through space. I know there's aliens on here, and then they got Chris Rock is in here. He's, I don't know, man. He's like a drag queen singer. I don't know what he's doing. Cause it's been a long time since I saw that. So a lot of these I'll be rewatching. This is amazing DVD right here. Showdown Little Tokyo. The one I'm looking for is Big Trouble in Little Tokyo. Kurt Douglas. Man, that was good. That guy blow. And that old guy, he was looking for a woman with the green eyes, but this is the one with Dolph Lundgren and Brandon Lee, which is also amazing. And then Bloodsport. If you haven't saw either of these, most people definitely saw Bloodsport, but you might be younger and you haven't saw either. Must see action fight beat 'em up movie. Mummy. I have saw part 1. I have not saw this. I don't even know what part this is. It's the Mummy, Tomb of the Dragon Emperor. Maybe it's like 3 or 4. I don't know. I know there was like 3 or 4 mummies that they got. Ooh, it was like when they find a movie that does well, they'll try to make all kind of sequels. Now I got this one, Stand and Deliver. Amazing movie. If you have never saw this, you need to see it. And this guy right here, he plays a lot of lead roles, Mexican American man. And he's teaching these kids that, hey, the Aztecs, they came with the zero. They came with higher math. You can do this math. You can do this work. And he just inspired them to do better. I think this is in the 80s. But you could kind of tell with those glasses and shoot. But back in when I was in 7th grade, that was the early 90s. And even when I was in high school, first day of school, I came with white Dickies on. He got like brown tan Dickies. I had white. I was fresh to death. Nice Nike shirt with some white Dickies and some Deion Sanders, some black Deion Sanders. That was my first shoes I ever bought myself. Was the Deion Sanders. I did this summer program where they pay you $70 a week, and all you do is learn how to apply for jobs, etiquette. They took us to Sizzlers at that time. There's no more Sizzlers in this area, but they took us to Sizzlers, gave us an etiquette class. These are black men teaching black boys how to put cologne on and all this stuff, because a lot of people didn't have dads to teach them that, or if their dads were there, they weren't teaching them that. So it was a great experience. I had walked to my elementary school, which was about a mile away, and be there, and then the bus would come pick up us. It was just 2 people from my school that went there, but it was a lot of kids. The girls went with the black women, and black boys went with the black men, and then we would come together for certain things like Eyes on the Prize. I would love to get that on DVD. It was a PBS special about the civil rights movement, so it's a long documentary. It's like 4 hours or 5, and we watched that throughout the a few days. But back to this last movie, The Program. This one with Omar Epps, and they he keep fumbling the ball, so he had to carry it wherever he went. He had to carry that, and this is kind of shows you how the what's going on with in college football, and just college sports, how the usury of these young men that's been on forefront. If you watch any kind of sports or ESPN, you'll know that they're talking about paying these college kids, because look, this one kid, he spoiler, but if you ain't saw this, I mean, this has been out for a while, so this is not a spoiler. One kid, he breaks his leg. He ends going back to a one-room shack in Florida. A one-room shack in Florida because he broke his leg. But this guy gave his whole heart and soul to the he was going to go to the pros, but broke his leg. They didn't give a damn about him. So this is the haul for that, and we were at about 15 minutes. Pretty good haul, and I'm gonna go and count these. I think I paid $13 plus tax. A lot of times, if I catch that one guy, he don't charge me taxes. He includes it in, but this is a whole different location. They don't know me, but they didn't have any Blu-ray. Well, they did. They had like 7 Blu-ray. Absolutely nothing I was interested in. I mean, most people wouldn't be interested in those Blu-rays. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 9, 11, 13, 15, 17, 19, and 20. So anytime I get DVDs, I try to get more than the actual. They're $1 a piece, but they're DVDs, and they had hundreds of DVDs. They had a small, compared to the other locations I've been to. This one was kind of. There was another location that was further out west, what we call West Omaha, and they didn't have much of. They had a small selection too, but they had some great choices. As in Blu-ray, they still have a decent amount of Blu-rays, but 20 movies. This one's a double feature, so it's like 21 movies for $13 and some change because of taxes. I think that's a great haul. Like I said, it was a buzz on Blu-rays because I'm trying to get stuff on Blu-ray as well, because of course it looks better. These do look. Anytime I put this stuff in the my son's Xbox One, the Blu-ray player does great up scaling them. And we were watching Goonies. We probably finished watching that again. My son got tired, and my daughter wanted to watch it. She was, I want to watch it, but he was sleepy, and we tried to do things together. So, yeah, I just say this is a great haul. I'm not mad about them. I'd rather get some Blu-rays, but you know, this is a chance to get a lot of DVDs and get the library filled up. I mean, like I said, I like black cinema, but there's movies that are dear to my heart because I have an emotional connection to them. At my heart, I'm a movie lover. But like I said, please like, share, comment on the actual video, please. You know, if you want to donate some black cinema, I want to talk about this. There's a book called Roll Thunder, Hear My Cry, by Mildred D. Taylor. A lot of people read that in school. It was a required reading for the whole class to talk about and to discuss. And there was a movie I discovered about 2 years ago. Me and my family watched it off of YouTube. It got a Morgan Freeman on there. This is one of my favorite books. Mildred D. Taylor. I have most of her books, like The Whale, The Trees. It's about a black family who own their own land in Mississippi, and white folks trying to get the land back because during the Civil War, a lot of land was sold off because white Southerners couldn't pay their taxes, or they didn't get their reparations yet, because a lot of white slave owners got reparations for their slaves. They got paid for their slaves. That's what people don't understand. They talk about they couldn't do reparations, but they did do reparations for many people. But you had to be a slave owner. But back to the story. I just want to tell you about this. It's one called The Trees. They come and just demolish. They had acres, hundreds of acres of land. One with pond and trees, and these white folks just came and took the trees. It's called A Song of Trees. Then they have she tells a story. This is a family story, so it's real events based on what her father told her and things she investigated about her family. One was called Gold Cadillac. She remembers this because she was in the car, I believe. And it's about this. They go up north. Her father, and they live up north, I think Ohio, some area up there, and they come back south, and they got this brand new gold Cadillac. I mean, they were flinging on them. I mean, this is 1940s, 50s. I mean, this is early. Well, I wouldn't say early history, but early. It was the early history of the Great Migration. If you don't know what the Great Migration is, that's where there was an exodus of black folks moving from the south to the north and doing no factory jobs, living in squalor homes in Chicago. That's what when Martin Luther King went there, he got hit in the head with a bottle. It was more racism in Chicago and up north, but it was passive aggressive racism. You know, fighting over jobs and we'll kill you. Red lining, keep you in a certain area where roach infested, rat infested, squalor homes. But not to digress, but just a great, amazing line of books she wrote. And they went down south with that gold Cadillac, and the police pulled them over, drove their stuff all around, wouldn't believe it was their vehicle, but people knew who they were and knew their family and how upstanding their family was. But the police finally gave it to them after riding around in their vehicle for many days. But she writes up that account. But she has other videos, books called The Land. That's like the beginning. Well, she goes back and writes that. The one she writes is Roll Thunder, Hear My Cry. That's the start book. But then she go back and write ones like The Friendship, Road to Memphis, Road to Tennessee. I mean, Bridge to Memphis, Road to Tennessee. The Land, which starts it all, about her great grandfather and how he got the land. That was heartbreaking. I didn't read that one. I listened to that one. My public library where I'm at, they got a lot of audio books, so I was able to listen to that. One book I listened to was called Dope Fiend by Donald Goines. That dude died with a gunshot to the chest, him and his wife in real life. He was a huge heroin user, and he would write books so fast, but they were amazing books. No sloppy writing, but he had to write so many books so he can live and support his dope habit, because he had a high dope habit. And if you know about heroin addicts or whatever, I guess it's you use a lot a day. I remember watching Ray and some other movies like The Wire and stuff like that. Man, they do anything. So he wrote a lot of books, and he was just hammering them out. And that's back then when you're doing that. I don't know if he handwritten them or typed them. He may handwritten them and gave them that way it's faster. But yeah, he was typing. I'm getting all kind of messages and stuff. Like I said, the next video is on Facebook Marketplace, and that's probably someone trying to message me about some deal. I'm always been trying to work on some deals, because like I said, I am going to the Pawnshop, but I'm purging them of all the movies I like. Now, going back, there'll be other people who will pawn Blu-rays, DVDs. I don't know if they'll even take DVDs anymore, unless they'll just give them pennies on $1 for them, like 10 cents for one. If they're selling for $1, they like to get double their money. But I'm going to wrap this up and say peace, and hair grease.